kind of survive against the carry as well?
It's
the answer
neither.
is neither. It's gonna be the Lolita.
Oh wait, that's actually pretty. That's
It's really
so
good here.
Edith, Vixana, and carry.
Really make this work. The Hylas needs to be the main front line. The Lolita needs to be a bit more elusive, a bit more reactive, right? Needs to be given the time to just time out the Numeron Blast and the Bulwark.
Let's see if it works, ladies and gentlemen. This combination coming through for TLID in the final game of the final match of week number 5. Everything is on the line now for DEWA United if they still want to have a better chance of making it into the playoffs. And that upper bracket slot in for TLID. Let's get into the Land of Dawn.
And by the way, if you look at the composition, I don't think it's any coincidence that, for the most part, a lot of the damage coming in from Team Liquid is going to be magical. It's a one way to kind of counter the Gauntlet because the reduction that he gets is physical damage reduction only. Magical damage will still cut through him like a hot knife. Emblems by IndieHome though right here. Tenacity for the Hylas with the Vitality, more HP, more regen. And for the Eve, that's a Rupture too, so a lot of penetration.
Oh, Moesa's gotta be careful. Pops into damage, Fabian. The Usurper is here, coming down. Not enough damage just yet. Moesa's turning it around and he survives. Wow.
No fracture for Fabian right there. With the fracture, that was a done deal. But unfortunately, he was forced to stand there and just basic attack. One more minion would have given him that necessary power spike, but unfortunately, not there. And now for DEWA, the audience prediction favors them now.
56%.
Man, they just swamped. They just bandwagoning, man. Oh, Fabian coming down. Fracture. You call it, Arashi. All you needed was a fracture. Ray actually goes with the Spear of Alpha. Good taunt over to 2. Getting the combo. That was living with a sliver of HP again. The unkillable man.
Ray has been a monster, by the way, on this alpha, right? Game number 2, game number 3. There's so many moments that he was able to outplay TLID in these small skirmishes. 3 wins, 1 loss. I'm not gonna pretend like I can percentage that. 25% win rate. No, 75% win rate. There you go. Quick maths.
Slow maths coming in from Eternal, but Moesa coming in fast though.
Yeah, doesn't have the Revitalize actually, so this should be free for Fabian unless Cerezo gets it. No, the Usurper claims it with a Retribution.
Absolutely more in line with what we are used to seeing from Team Liquid. Fabian on the Nolan, man. One of the first heroes he popped off on when he arrived onto the MPL. And you're seeing why it's such a big problem. He has skill now with the Yeep though. Seeing him kind of do well. Able to zone the Vexana away. So we talked about the trio mid presence without backup. Oh, Kaze!
Whoa, Kaze is so low. Witty was waiting in that bush. So smart as well how they play this mid lane. Yaskio's in the bottom side. Keeps on zoning. Meanwhile, Arashiki doing that to Watt. Really bullying him up top. But yeah, using the angles to force Vexana to move to Lolita.
He's not having the greatest of times. And so is Watt, right? Watt's not also having a great time. Force that recall, gonna be able to tragically lose a little bit of those turrets, those minions rather. And again, DEWA open up and look for a moment in that mid lane. But now they're trading in to this gold lane. Aaron Shiki.
He'll be able to escape. Gets the taunt down though, Moeza.
Ray is playing it really patient there, waiting for the long-term investment to pay off, but he was staying there in that bush for quite a while despite all the action. Now getting rewarded with a gold buff, but with the rotation coming in, can Fabian get a play?
Just poking Moeza down.
Wow. Looking at the laning again in the gold lane, Shiki, I believe he was able to deny 1 or 2 gold cards away from Watt. That is definitely not how he wanted the lane to go. Watt, with this carry, it's going to be critical. But we've seen again this whole matchup. The carry will need to be doing damage, but he's going to be zoned away by the Yeep potentially.
Whoa, Moeza going in for the taunt onto Aran though. Maybe they can actually burst him down. There's a vengeance coming down from Aran. Spear of Alpha defensively. Good now blast actually catching Moeza. But he's still going to be going in with the Eternal Guard knocking him out. And now and onward. Oh, the fracture and the real world manipulation gets comboed in. Re-mobilized. Moeza taken down. And Cerezo, unfortunately, even with the Primal Wrath, he can't deal damage. Not while the Bulwark is up and active. Up top, it's a win to Aaron Shiki zoning Watt away. A win across the board for the Cavalry.
1-for-1 trade, but it looks like Ray is the one around the turtle. He's still going to be able to pick that up. Fabian looks for a cross-map play here, picking up that purple buff. He should be able to get it, and there it is. Who was that worth it for?
I think it's quite even, but Team Liquid winning the fight, getting all that gold in the hands of Iron Shiki, and still for the most part, only losing a turtle, I feel like it's worth it for them. It's more in line with their win condition, and it's two birds with one stone. They shut down Watt, they kind of augment Aran's tankability. As of right now, running that Vengeance, it's on a lower cooldown to revitalize, but he really struggles to survive long enough here with all the shred and the true damage coming in from Ray as well. So that could really be the idea. And with Watt out of the picture, that's where Fabian can focus all his efforts in finding Ks. Running with the Flicker, he's going to be able to force that out multiple times.
Aaron is almost a 1k gold ahead. It's slipping a little bit here with Watt being able to pick up those minions in the mid lane. But again, right? Aaron recalling their understanding and being very confident with the fact that he's able to take control over that lane. It's only a matter of time when he pops off. DEWA United, what's the game plan? Do they look for a shutdown onto Aaron here to try and prevent that from happening?
You gotta play around the timers, because as of right now, if a fight breaks out, you saw how it worked out earlier. Even with the avatar of the Guardian, you can't cancel out the real-world manipulation. It's one of the strong suits of the Yve. So if they get roped and they get caught in that real-world manipulation, and they don't have enough damage to burst down through the shield and HP bar of Yehezkiel, they're gonna be stuck in a long drawn-out fight where the carry won't be able to be as active, and there's a bulwark to stop the damage from both the carry and the Edith. So they have to time it well as Sorizo.
Try to go for the cut of the wave, but he should be taken down. The Primal Wrath coming down. Good fracture. Real world manipulation committed down to actually take him out. So they will have the resource advantage going up top. Avatar coming down. Oh, and the Eternal Guard. Aaron is to no chance. You can't take that much burst.
That was a great trade for DEWA United, right? A man ahead, Aaron Shiki's not in the picture, and the turtle just so happens to be positioned in the top lane as well. It should be a free turtle over to DEWA United, and that gold should shift over to the gods as well.
Interesting situation there. The play for Sorizo to cut kind of pulled everyone to try and punish him. It was a great choice for DEWA though to try and get the play, but you would expect that Iron would know that eyes are on him. But with that sequence of events, DEWA get the turret as well, and immediately the goal difference once again is neutralized. This game is razor close.
It's classic Sorizo, right? If you guys remember him when he made his debut, Uranus, Esmeralda, always cutting the waves, Paquito even.
Probably a familiar situation for him to see when he's looking at how that was playing out. And look at this. Team Liquid, despite having the assassin, they're the ones sticking together in that mid lane. They didn't let Yehezkiel clear it on his own. They are the ones that are spreading out apart and getting more effective movement right here, because everyone is doing something. Pushing the wave, getting extra farm. And you can see the gold lead from about 200, it's kind of extending up to like 600. But for the most part, Iron and Fabian, the main carries on the side of Team Liquid, does still have the advantage. So that is something that Team Liquid want to hold on to.
Oh, good. It looked a bit scary there with Mueza, but there was no one to follow it up.
Nope, not just yet. Watt's going to be able to push in that lane in the top side. What is this? Mueza, is he looking for a setup here? He does have his ultimate down.
Actually not available just yet, and you can see it. Maybe that's exactly why Team Liquid are grouping around, and particularly near the turrets. In case the Avatar of the Guardian comes through, they have no vision on Mueza right here. He's doing a great job just waiting around in the bushes. So the threat of him out of nowhere arriving from the air is very feasible, very tangible. Fabian now going for a bit of a split push play situation as the next Lord is coming up. Sorizo already in position to try and alter that situation, but Team Liquid, if they can force a fight here without Sorizo, this could be the window that they can use.
Is this it? See, it's not Fabian going for that split push. They're trying to handle Sorizo on the side lane, right? TLID, they usually play the macro so well, but it looks like DEWA United have more pressure on these side lanes. Meanwhile,
Aran going over the glorious path. They go on to Ray, but he's still going to be able to find the retribution. His Aaron Chicky jumps into some on-force. Avatar getting Mueza out. It's still in the real world of Light, but Ray gets his Spear of Alpha. Witty gets displayed. Fabian comes in to get Ray. Sorizo with a flicker onward. Aaron purifies out of it. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Fabian tries to go for a clear, but it's a win for DEWA.
Fabian going straight for the trades as we expected, but won't have time to go for the orange. And look at Sorizo, man, immediately reading the habits through.
Case.
Looking for information.
Case is a dead man. Fabian, 1-2. Oh, what a combo, too. Starts it with a fracture to get the passive to follow it up, and then sneaks past Chorizo like he's nothing.
Chorizo doesn't have flicker, so he shouldn't be able to get this. But it does give them an advantage, right? It does give them a little bit more of a fighting chance. But honestly, that entire lore take, it felt like DEWA United were outsmarting TLID just a bit because of Chorizo.
It seems like Team Liquid, you would expect them to punish Chorizo first when the timing is right, but the timing on Chorizo's movements also is just orchestrated so much better.
Yeah.
And if you look at the items though, real quick, Wishing Lantern for both the mid laners, no Enchanted Talisman, no mana boots. The focus has shifted here from spamming those spells to having that one massive moment with your spells. And that is what both mid laners are looking for.
Oh, is Fabian gonna get his purple buff? Ray is in the vicinity. He also does still have that retribution, but they're not gonna go for it. Iran was still able to zone him out. But meanwhile, Watt is busy in the top lane.
Wow.
But that's it.
I really think it might be the Gatot pressure, man. Literally. They're just not really confident in sending out anyone without mobility to solo defend, just in case. Just like that. They're just concerned about the potential engagers, and Team Liquid, they're allowing DEWA to get the space. Look at this, even in the bottom lane, the minions are taking the turret down as Chorizo lends a hand. This is 11 minutes, guys, and they're losing most of their turrets now. Only the one in the mid lane standing there.
Well played, man. Really well played by DEWA United here. They're seeing their improvement live as well. Up against TLID, they rise to the occasion. Oh, man. Fabian is waiting in that bush, canceling his recalls. Let's see if DEWA actually read it out. The crowd also waiting for a moment. Seems everybody's holding their breath. No, not Case again. Please, not Case again. He's had enough.
Fabian's not recalling.
Oh, going for the angle onto Case again. Fabian finds it and escapes. Gets on the Spear of Alpha. Fabian with the great escape. What an angle! Now Ray's gonna be trying to use the Spear of Alpha already. The real world manipulation locks him down. It is Ray against the world trying to survive, but the horse stomps him on his head as he's unconscious. Aaron gets in to dish out the last bit of damage. Wow, Fabian.
Patience, right? Patience. He nearly went in for the recall, but the fact was, Yehezkiel was able to open up the map, give him information to make that incredible play. Without Kaze in the picture, TLID, it was a green light for them to go in for the advance, go in for the team fight, and take 3 members down in return. Look at them as now steamrolling over DEWA United structures, while Fabian is very quick to the Lord.
Just like that, Lord and 2 mid turrets. Goal advantage though isn't that high, but Fabian with the BOD. What in the world is going on, man? We see assassins, and usually it's all about the mechanics. It's all about the flashy moments. But Fabian, it's the big brain approach. These traps, these rotations. The guy is so good. Now with the Lord coming through, 1k gold lead, Team Liquid are gonna get at least 2 turrets. The wave on the top side isn't even managed just yet. It was definitely gonna get taken down.
And now Aaron Shiki picks up a Divine Glaive, so he already has the Holy Crystal earlier on. Now with the Divine Glaive, Arashi.
The longer the game goes, the more important the gold laners become in outputting the damage, the more value Weedy will end up having on the Bulwark. In that one team fight, we saw Watt jump in to try and save the day, but the Bulwark immediately stonewalls him. Now playing the defense game against a Heave. This is a tough situation to be in for DEWA United.
Lord coming in the mid lane, that's an enhanced Lord. Meanwhile, up top, Fabian is going to try to manipulate the waves for the second wave to come in. Bottom lane, no waves to play with. Liquid still playing around with it. Chorizo getting bursted down quite a bit. The Numenon Blast charged in with a flicker. Connecting on the 3, there's no follow-up. Oh, the fracture gets rid of Muesa. Ray goes up the Spear of Alpha, but again it is Fabian, the Usurper, who gets the kill. Moving away from it again, Aaron Shiki deals with Chorizo. 2-1 TLID.
And at the very end here, the Cavalry's charge was just too much for DEWA United to handle. Unfortunately today, the gods will have to bow down to the Cavalry, who literally utilized a horse in this game to charge into the base. By the way.